everybody, it's Lauren Adolph here. I don't know about you guys, but this final video discussion feels a little bit surreal. These 2 years have flown by, and I am so grateful for this experience as I feel the information I have acquired through our instructors and my classmates and through reading everybody's discussion posts and researching about micro, macro, and meso interventions and how it's applicable to advanced generalist social work has really resonated with me. And I actually am excited to finish our program, but it's a little bittersweet as I feel a little sad. This is kind of a new beginning, and I will miss listening and learning from all of you and the feedback from instructors. So again, congratulations. A very excited time for all of us. When considering about how I am going to apply the knowledge that we have acquired over the past 2 years into my future and current practices, I can't help but think of self-care and the importance of it. Before entering the master's program, I didn't really conceptualize what self-care was and how relevant it was to what we do. And after listening to every instructor stress the importance of it and how imperative it is to incorporate that into our practice to help others, that is definitely one concept I can firmly say that I will never let escape outside of myself and my future practices as a social worker. Also, I think it's important to consider how theory informs our practice. Prior to this program, I didn't realize how systems really impact an individual and how they can shape an individual's cultural values, psychosocial state, and biological state, and how they kind of contribute to this greater whole of a person. And that's a theory that has really resonated with me as a social worker, and I often implement that into my practicum hours. And it's funny because I was just having this conversation with our social services assistant at my current practicum at a skilled nursing facility the other day, and how systems theory kind of enables us as social workers to see a greater whole instead of just the individual, and how relevant it is to the micro, meso, and macro interventions. So I think that will definitely resonate with me, and I think I have a more profound understanding of how theory shapes our practices and how it helps us as social workers to eliminate and identify any innate biases that we may have or our family members or friends may have that kind of shape our current views, whether those be political, cultural, social, etc. I think in terms of professional growth, I am more confident in my ability to intervene with evidence-based practices. I know that when counseling an individual, certain interventions such as psychoeducation may not be applicable to that certain individual, as it does not resonate with them, or it may be out of my scope of practice. And another concept that I've really learned that I will continue to abide by is that I don't know everything, and it's okay. We're all human. We don't know everything. But as social workers, especially when we are promoting change and helping individuals or groups or communities, and if we don't know something, it's okay to consult. And we can do that through our wonderful instructors at ASU or our former field instructors or our future supervisors. So I think consulting is a really important aspect of social work practice, and also it kind of helps us see the greater picture, because sometimes we get so stuck in our work or focusing on a certain element of our work, such as a micro intervention, when For instance, I work with patients with aphasia that hinders their ability to use their expressive speech at times. It limits me to see the greater good. So I often consult my field supervisor when I am helping develop a behavioral plan and modify certain behaviors. So that's another concept that ASU has really taught me, that it's okay to consult and it's okay to ask questions. Definitely, we don't know everything, and that's okay. I think another important concept that I've learned throughout this educational experience, is how to be mindful, how to consider a multidimensional approach when working with such diverse populations, and how to really conduct a thorough biopsychosocial assessment. And again, that ties in with systems theory. So we're looking at the biological system, the psychological system, and the social system. Prior to entering this program, I thought a lot of what social workers do were just dealing with the psychological elements and not realizing how a person's community or culture or race can really impact the current state they're in. So I really appreciate that, and that is something that I will continue to incorporate into my future practices. I'm sorry, this is so surreal to me. I cannot believe we are essentially finished. I really am grateful for this experience, and I will continue to consult and to grow as a professional. I think that each of us still have a lot more to learn, and we can do that through each other and the experiences we encounter as social workers. And luckily for us, we have great resources through ASU and through each other that we can count on each other. So thank you. I appreciate it, and I look forward to hopefully staying connected with many of you and listening to your experiences and how ASU has contributed to your professional enhancement, because I know it has definitely contributed to mine, and I really appreciate that the concentration of this graduate program was advanced generalist, because when researching graduate programs for social work, I realized a theme that we would have to pick a concentration, whether that be urban populations or women and children. And for me, I wanted to learn about all of them, and I feel that ASU kind of has enabled me to do this. Obviously, I still have much more to learn, but without the advanced generalist concentration, I wouldn't be aware of how applicable micro, macro, and meso levels are at the intervention level, and I've really acquired a lot of information in terms of the developmental lifespan, which we learned at the micro and macro levels as well. So truly, I am appreciative of this experience, and I look forward to listening to everybody else's posts. And once again, congratulations.